Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Today's question is subarray product less than k. In this question, we are given an array of positive integers. We have to count and print the number of subarrays where the product of all elements in the subarray is less than k. It means that in this example, we are given an array and a k value. We have to find all the subarrays whose product is less than this value. So in this case, we can see that the total number of subarrays are 8 and they are 10, 5, 2, 6, 10 and 5, 5 and 2. In these subarrays, the product of all the elements is less than k. So we have to find these subarrays, and here we have to note one thing, that this subarray, that is 10, 5, 2, its product is equivalent to 100 and k is also equal to 100. So in this case, we have to take care that if a subarray has a product equivalent to k, we do not have to consider that subarray. We have to only consider those subarrays whose product is less than k, and we have to not consider whose product is equivalent to k. So this was the entire question. Now let's understand the approach of this question. So now the approach we will be using will be the sliding window approach. In this, it is the array, our k value is 10 and our p value, p is initialized with 1. Here p represents the current product of a subarray. So we have a start variable and end variable. They will both point to 0th index. So we will use a sliding window method. So initially what will happen, our end pointer is at 1. So our p value will be p into nums of e, that is 1 into 1, that is 1. So here count the subarray till here, that is start and end point is here is 1, and this subarray which is included is 1 only. So now our end pointer will move to next index. Here the product of the subarray between start and end is 2. So our p will become 2, and the number of subarrays which are included between start and end is, total number is 3. That is, subarrays are 1, 2 and 1, 2. So these are the subarrays which are included in the start and end position. So now again end will move next step. Now our p will become now our product of this subarray, that is from S to E, will become 6. So this 6 is still less than 10. So this subarray will be counted. So the number of subarrays between S and E are, total number is 6, that are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 combined and 2, 3 combined. So these subarrays are this, that is 3 into 4, 6, 1, 2 and 1 subarray is complete subarray, that is 1, 2, 3. So these are the subarrays which will be formed between S and E. Now again our pointer will move ahead. So our product now will become, now our p will become the product of all the elements between S and D, that is 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 4, that is 24. But this 24 is greater than k. So this subarray will not be included in our answer, that is our count variable. Now this has happened. Now we have seen that at each from starting to ending point, what is the relationship between this count, that is here it is 3, that is we have initialized the count with 1, and at every step we are adding end minus start plus 1 in our count variable. That is, here is the algorithm. While end is less than nums dot size, our p is equal to p into nums of end, that is initially it was here. So if this product, that is the product we have encountered, if this product is greater than k, so what we have to do, we have to move our starting point ahead and do this operation, that is p is equal to p divided by nums start. I will dry run this algorithm on this array. So initially our p is 1, that is which will contain the product, our p is 1. Now while end is less than nums dot I, p is equal to p into nums of end, that is p has now become 10 Now 10 is less than k. So this while loop will not happen. Now we will check, and next time we will check if p is less than k or not. Now if p is less than k, then we will append end minus start plus 1 in our count. That is, our count will contain, now count was initialized with 0, now count will contain end minus s plus 1. Now our end is 0, s is 0, so 0 minus 0 plus 1, that is 1. Our count has been incremented by 1. Now our end pointer will move ahead. Now what will happen? Now again this procedure will happen. We will multiply the value of p with nums of end. Now value of nums of end is 5 and value of p is 10. So the multiplication will result in 50. So now what will happen? We will check this while loop. The product is still less than k. So this while loop will not run. Now if p is less than k, that is 50 is less than k, so this condition will run. That is, we will increment our count with end minus start plus 1. So our end is at 1, our start is 0, so we will increment our count with 2. So total will become, count will become 3. Now again we will move our end ahead. Now similarly our p will become 100. So when our p has become 100, so this value must be less than k, but in this case it is equal to k. So this while loop will run while start is less than nums dot I and p is greater than equal to k. So in this case what we will do, we will divide our p with this value, that is our start value, which is 10. So our p will now become 10 and our start will be incremented. It means that when we have done this step, p is equal to p divided by num start. Our p was 100, we have divided it by 10, so it will give us 10 and our start pointer will be incremented. So now the window, that is our p, the product is given between this index and this index. Now our p has become 10 and it is the product of elements between this window, that is from start to end. We can see that the product is 10, 5 and 2. So now this loop has run. Now we will check if p is less than k. So we can see that p is less than k. So our count will be incremented to end minus start plus 1. That is, count will become end is 2, start is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, plus 1 2. So our count will become 5. So now our pointer will move ahead, end pointer, end plus plus. Now our p will become, p is equal to p into nums end, that is 6, that is 60. 10 into 6 is 60. So it will become 60. Now we can see that the p is less than k, so this while loop will not run. And if this p is less than k, so we will increment our count plus is equal to end, count with end minus start plus 1. End is 4, start is 1, end is 3, start is 1, so 3 minus 1 is 2, plus 1, that is 3. So 5 plus 3 is 8. So this, now our count has become 8. Now we will do end plus plus. Now we have done end plus plus. So it will not come back in this loop, that is, this condition has become false. So now in the end of this loop we will return count. So the value we will be returning is 8. So this was the approach of this question. I hope guys you liked the video. Thank you.